And the reason I share my story about my circumstances of uncertainty is it's very similar to what your employees are going through right now. How can I hit my numbers? Can I be successful during this pandemic? What does the future hold for me? How about my company? Hi, it's Dan Lear. Even though companies are doing virtual conferences and virtual events, the goal remains the same, and that's to provide valuable tools to increase productivity. So here we are in today's circumstances. Many people are working from home, yet companies still need to provide vision and education. So after you're a diversity speaker and you're a quality speaker, we still need to drive revenue, and I will hit the mark and exceed your expectations. You see, it wasn't too long ago, and that's April of 2017, when I was diagnosed with amyloidosis, which is an incurable blood disease that kills 50% of those diagnosed in the first 12 months. I gotta tell you, I was scared. I was going through chemo treatments, and I was still working on being a great husband, a great father, and providing for my family. I was living in uncertainty. Uncertain if I was gonna make it. Uncertain if I could keep speaking and training, and uncertain what the future held. And even under those circumstances, absolute uncertainty, I still had to perform. And the reason I share my story about my circumstances of uncertainty is it's very similar to what your employees are going through right now. How can I hit my numbers? Can I be successful during this pandemic? What does the future hold for me? How about my company? You see, when people have uncertainty, they oftentimes underperform, and with good reason. Yet, I can show your team how I remained focused and was able to produce, book events, and perform keynotes and training during those challenging times.
Mr. Dan Lear.
Mr. Dan Lear.
Dan Lear.
A warm welcome to Dan Lear.
I had a great excuse to fail, yet I didn't. Having the ability to master your mindset and tap into your personal power with consistency is the key to success. Now, all my talks are customized, so you'll be guaranteed my message will hit the mark for your team.
You ready to make some money? Say yes! Yes! So by show of hands, how many people picked up a couple ideas they can use in their life or their business? That's great. By show of hands, how many picked up a couple ideas that they can use in their business? Say yes. Yes. They can apply to their business. Say yes. Yes. Great.
And now that everybody's virtual, my teaching and my coaching ability has allowed me to separate myself and allow companies to still expand and grow even during these challenging times.
First thing we talked about today is the story you're telling yourself. What story are you telling yourself about what's happening? Get to what happened. And then you can also change your story, make it empowering. But many people are caught up in their story and they're paralyzed. 90% of your success is right here. Second thing we talked about is our questions. The questions you ask yourself dictate the answers that you get, which dictate the action or inaction that you take. Again, this is psychology. This is human activity. Doesn't matter what you do. If you want to be a better mother, a better father, a better sales professional, a better graphic designer, a better content writer, it's the power of your questions that allow you to access the things that are going to help you get to where you want to go. Here's my question to you. If you knew that these 3 strategies would help you thrive and elevate yourself, would you use them? Yes or no? And I hope the answer is yes. So think about those things and how you can apply those to your life and your business, because this is a really, really strange time. But the fact of the matter is, you're strong enough to not fight through, but transcend through and elevate yourself and create results. It's really just about the decision and understanding how to do it. So awesome. Thank you guys very much. Cherie, if you're still on the line today.
So Dan, first of all, thank you again for being here today. That was fantastic. And it really hit home for me personally, because the story I've been telling myself is twice the work for half the sales. And that's a lousy story. So you called me out on that. And what we tell ourselves is what we believe. And, when I was in kindergarten, I was told I was slow. I was told I wasn't ready for school, and I was labeled slow. And then I moved to Oregon, and they didn't have my records, and they labeled me advanced. So when I came back to California, California. All of a sudden, I was the smart kid. So that label stuck with me. Thank goodness, because otherwise I'd probably be tending bar somewhere. So, but my point is that those stories you tell yourself, like twice the work for half the sales, I'm never going to get past if I don't let that go. And the stories are powerful. Whatever you tell yourself, you believe. So it really hit home for me. I took a ton of notes, tons of notes. Yeah, and I hope the team got a lot. I was getting some texts from folks saying thank you so much for doing this and having you here.
If you'd like to know more about my speaking or training, you can visit me at my website at danlear.com and just hit the Contact Dan tab or simply communicate with me right here on LinkedIn. In closing, I'd like to share this. This is an unprecedented time in our country with people working from home. And if they have young children, depending on what part of the country they're in, their kids could be learning from home as well, which adds another layer of complexity to their success. Everyone has different issues to deal with, and I can show them how to manage their mindset, hit their numbers no matter what the situation. And I'd like the chance to teach those tools to your team. Thanks, and I look forward to talking. My name is Dan Lear, and I wish you the best.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Everybody gotta rise above.
Say I'm never gonna stop. Straight to the top. No matter what comes your way, it's never too much.
Gotta rise above. Everybody gotta rise above.
Say I just don't wanna stop. Never too much, never too much, never too much, never too much.